Hi, welcome to my first video class and hope everyone is well. Okay, so this is just a short class, restorative yoga, just a slow and gentle to help you keep up with your own practice. Do it at your own time. If I'm going too fast, then slow down. Okay, so come to sit in a comfortable position. It could be crossed leg, up to you. Okay, and then when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Just relaxing the shoulders and the jaw and the neck and the point between the eyebrows. Bringing the awareness and the attention inwards. Bringing the attention to the breath. Every time you inhale, the breath is moving up from the perineum, moving up towards the armpits. And on the exhalation, the breath is moving back down from the armpits down towards the perineum. And then on the next exhale, bring the palms together towards center of the chest, still keeping the eyes closed. Let's do the opening mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, Namaste Jaste Jase, Avir Avir Bhava, Vajanaka Vajadamsa Karma Sayan, Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Svaha, Abhaim Abhaim Atmani Bhuishta Om Sraum. Om. Okay, and start. So gently open your eyes. I forgot to mention. So all you need for this class is either a towel or a strap or a belt would work. If you have a yoga block, use that. Otherwise, folded towels or pillows would work as well. So come to sit on your heels if you can, or use a block. Knees can be hip width apart or together, up to you, or even wider. And then from here, bring the forehead down either onto the pillow block or on the floor with the arms stretched out in front of you. And then you're gonna basically just taking a moment, stilling the breath and the mind. Calming the breath to still the mind. And then from here, stretch the arms as far forward as possible without lifting the sitting bones up. Once you've reached your limit, just turn the fingers as far, so separate the fingers, and then press the palms down, and then try and pull the palms back towards you. You can lift the head off just about 2 inches off the floor, and then try and separate the shoulder blades away from each other. So it shouldn't be sinking. Think of separating the shoulder blades. So you start to feel the stretch in your shoulders. And then inhale, you're going to come up to all fours. Okay? If this is too much on your wrist or on your shoulders, then always bring the palms nearer towards you. But otherwise, palms should be directly below the shoulders. And then from here, you're going to spread the fingers wide, middle fingers pointing forward, or for those with tighter shoulders, then turn the index fingers to point forward. And then from here, keeping the arms, the elbows straight, okay, so upper arms turning out, and again, separate the shoulder blades, so don't sink into the shoulders. Really try and push the heart upwards towards the ceiling. And then you're going to rock backwards and forwards. So shifting the weight from the heels of the palms towards the fingertips, and then rock side to side. Again, keeping the tension in the arms, so arms are straight throughout. Shoulder blades separating, don't sink into the shoulders, and then you can draw circles if you want. And then the other side. And then now you turn the palms so that the fingers are facing towards your knees. Same thing, keeping the elbows straight, upper arms rotating out, shoulder blades away from each other, and then you're going to rock backwards and forwards. Side to side. Draw circles. And then turn the palms to face forward again. And then from here, keeping all balls of the fingers on the floor, you're going to inhale, lifting the heels of the palms off the floor along with the thumbs. Again, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, all these balls of these fingers down on the floor. Okay, if it's too much, then walk the palms nearer towards you. Step and down. And then next one, make a fist, thumbs facing forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, open the fist so that the backs of the palms are down. Inhale, exhale. And then keeping the palms open on the inhale, and then, on the exhale, bring the chest down towards the floor, kind of like a modified push-up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Release. Okay, shake, shake, shake. And then from here, you're going to walk the hands far forward as possible. Spread the fingers wide, and again, the index fingers can point forward. Tuck the toes, knees and feet should be hip width apart. And on that inhale, you're going to take your time to come to downward dog. Okay, so take at least 10 breaths. On that inhale, you're going to lift the knees about 2 inches off the floor. On the exhale, hold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale. 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 And once you've reached the top, now you're going to bring the buttock bones towards the back of the room or back of the mat. Okay, upper arms rotating out. And then from here, you can keep the heels off the floor. Okay, and the knees bent. You're going to stay. Enjoying your first downward dog. And breathe. Remember, in yoga, breathing is always through the nose. So inhalation and exhalation, always through the nose. And sometimes I know it's quite hard. That's where you lengthen the exhalation. It might feel good to sometimes to cycle the legs. For those of you who can, reach the heels down, really grounding down through the center of the heels. And bring the sitting bones and back of the thighs towards back of the mat, to the room. And then from here, on the exhale, bring the knees down and come to sit down. Okay, Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. So you can either sit on a block or a mat, or fold your mat up to you, or a blanket. And then from here, remember, so sitting bones right down to the heels. It's one line. Sitting bones, the crown of the head, is another line. In a heel, reaching forward. So don't let your feet go forward like this. It has to be straight, like you're standing up. Okay, so inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. You may need a block or not, up to you. And then just sit tall. This is one of the hardest things to do. Okay, pull the low belly in and up. Not sucking the belly. It's actually, so this part here is actually quite relaxed. It's 2 fingers below the belly button. And it comes with practice. And breathe. Okay, and then you can take the strap loop it around your feet. And then from here, again, same thing. You're basically trying to push the center of the chest forward. Okay, your upper arms, you're trying to roll out, meaning don't do this. Try and do a back bend. Send the chest forward towards the toes. You can stay here, or you can walk the fingers down. And again, back bends, forward falls, done correctly, it helps to strengthen the back. Done wrongly, it could actually injure the back. So know your limits, always know your limits. Okay, keep sending the chest forward. Try not to round the back too much. Stay here and breathe. Inner heels forward. And then on the inhale, come up, exhale, release. Okay, Baddha-Konasana. So I'll just turn to show you. From here, you're gonna sit, same thing, you can still use the block or a pillow. Okay, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees moving out towards the side. And then you can gently use your hands to roll the fleshy parts towards the back. That sometimes helps. So it's external rotation from the hip joint. Okay, and then inhale, you're just going to sit tall. You're gently pressing the sole of the feet in together, and you should feel the energy. It's moving down from the hips down here, right out to the knees, and the knees automatically wants to move down. And again, sit tall. Remember, chest moving forward first. So inhale, and then on the exhale, you can do a bit of forward folding. Stay. This is Baddha-Konasana cobbler's pose. It's a forward fold, but also a hip opener, if you don't already know. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Okay, and then from here we're gonna, you can still sit on the pillow or the block if you need it. Okay, sit with the legs out wide. For beginners, if you're totally new to beginners or you're not very flexible, then bring the left heel in. I'm mirroring you. Okay, so then sit like this. But otherwise, if you have a regular practice, then legs out towards the side. Okay, and then sitting tall, making sure it's again external rotation from the hip joint. Knees and toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And pay attention to that, because there's a tendency for the feet to fall in, and you don't want that. Okay, so on the inhale, really sitting tall. For some of us, this is it. This is hard work. Okay, otherwise, inhale. On the exhale, bending from the hips, you can inch your fingers forward and hold. And then you can and go further. Keep be aware of your feet. So inner heels always moving forward. Okay, you could stay here and inhale, come up. And then from here, you can use the strap, loop it around the right foot. Right foot, you can hold it. Okay, and then left hand, inhale, you're gonna bring the left hand over, directly over the left ear. So left tricep next to the left ear, and then left fingers reaching towards the right toes. And don't do a C, you try not to do a C. So the lift should come from the right side up. So from the right armpit to the right hip, try to form that straight line still. So instead of this, you try and do that. Okay. If you don't want to use a strap, right hand can either be on the right shin, right ankle, or grab the instep of the right foot. And then you can stay here, making sure you're still sitting on the right sitting bone. Weight is still equally distributed between the sitting bones. If this is too much, left hand is too much, you can put the left hand behind the head, or if you want, left hand reach around, you try and grab hold the top of the right foot. Left hand reach around, try to grab top of the right thigh. Still expanding, and breathe, lengthening, lengthen. We want to lengthen. Remember, chase the end of the exhalation. A lot of times we forget about the exhalation. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Just take a breather if you need. Then same thing, strap around the left foot. Again, if you're doing the variation on both sides, beginners, bring the right heel in. Okay, but otherwise, you can extend both feet. Know your limits. Okay, first option here. Inhale, and then as you exhale, right arm over, reaching towards the left leg. Or if you don't want to use a strap, left hand on the shin, ankle, or grab the instep of the left foot. So now the lift comes from the left side up. Straighten from the left armpit to the left hip. You want to try and create that length, which could mean basically the right ribs need to move in. Okay. Also could mean you don't need to side bend too much. Maybe it's here. So rather than doing this, maybe try and do that. So you put in the work now, building the foundations so that you're able to deepen the pose and do more difficult poses later and do it well with the correct alignment. Inhale, come back up. Let's do one more forward folding. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, you can just stay, know your limits. Remember, push in the heel, ball of the big toes forward. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Okay, you can walk the feet in and then give it a little shake. And then from here, I'm just going to turn around again so you can see. You're going to bring the hands behind you. You may use a block if you need, if you want. Okay, fingers can either point towards the side or forward, and then feet and knees are hip width apart. Inhale, lift the shoulders up first. Exhale, bring the shoulder blades down towards the hips. Okay, and then this is your first option. You're just going to sit tall. You're almost, because there's a tendency to round the lower back here. What you're trying to do, using the hands and the feet, you're going to inhale, try and lift the spine off the floor. So making sure you should be able to sit on your sitting bones. This is your first option. And breathe. Okay, if this is okay, feet, use your feet. A lot of people forget about the feet in this pose that we're coming into, reverse tabletop. So squeeze the inner thighs in slightly in towards each other. Press the feet and the palms into the floor. On that inhale, you're going to lift the hips off the floor. Okay, this is okay. You can drop the head. Don't lift the toes. Okay, feet firmly grounded if you can. Use the feet and push the hips up. Ardha Purvottanasana. You don't need to lift. You can stay in the one on the floor with the bum on the floor. And exhale down.
And then boat pose, Navasana. Bring the feet in together, knees in, and then same thing, you're just going to sit tall first, so the belly touches the front thighs, and you're just going to sit tall, making sure you're sitting on your sitting bones, you don't roll back to your tailbone. Okay, and this, come to your tippy toes, this is your first option. It uses the lower belly, and you should be able to breathe in all the poses. Okay, otherwise you can lift the knees off. If this is okay, extend the fingers forward. Pinky side of the fingers reaching forward. Relax the neck. Don't jet the neck forward. Pull the low belly in and breathe. Remember, you don't need to do this pose or this version. If this is too hard, then do this. And exhale, release. Down the floor. Okay, hands down towards the side. On that inhale, you're going to lift both feet, both legs up, straighten the legs so that soles of the feet are pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, on the exhale, you're going to lower the heels down towards the mat, about 30 degrees. A lot of you may need to bend the knees, and that's fine. Okay, don't lower the feet too low that you're doming the belly, which means there's a lot of pressure in the abdomen. And another sign you can tell is if the lower back is lifted too high, the sacrum is lifted too high, that means you've lifted off the floor, that means you've gone too far. So you want to keep the arch of the lower back. Breathe. And then on the exhale, you can lower all the way towards the floor. Okay, bend the knees, bring the heels in. And then from here, you're going to bring the palms together above, so fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulder blades, you lift up first, away from the floor, and then on the exhale, pull the shoulder blades down. Okay, inhale, on the exhale, pull the lower belly in and up. Okay, make sure the abdomen is not doming. And then inhale, point up. Again, this is a core exercise. Don't use too much of the neck. Use the core. It's led, every movement here, it's led by the core. You should be able to breathe relatively smoothly. You should be able to talk, and definitely don't hold your breath. Exhale, release. You're going to do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep breathing. Lengthen the exhalation if you find it too hard. And then next exhalation, release. Okay? And then from here, turn the feet in slightly so that it's pigeon-toed. Knees hip width apart. Okay, hands on the floor. Remember, use your feet, your foundation. Inhale, push the feet into the floor and lift the hips off. You don't need to lift very high. This could be it. Okay, and then from here, try and roll, upper arms rolling out. Okay, again, palms can be here, facing down, or palms can be facing up, or interlace your fingers underneath you. Don't turn your head when you're in this position. And again, try to keep the knees, doesn't fall out, and you can feel it in the low back if it does. Okay, grounding down through the feet. Lift, push the feet into the floor, and your hips will automatically want to lift up. And exhale, release. Okay, hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock yourself from side to side. And then straighten the legs in front of you, Supta Tadasana. Okay, on that inhale, you're going to bring the right knee towards you. Okay, hug the right knee. You can straighten the leg if you want. I think it's okay for me now here. And then left hand holding the right knee. Extend the right arm out towards the side. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to lower the right knee over towards the left side. It's okay if the right hip is lifted, but try and keep the back of the right ribs down towards the floor. Right shoulder blade, right shoulder down on the floor. If you want, you can place a pillow. You may need to stack it higher up. And then inhale, leg up. Exhale, release. Come back to Supta Tadasana. Inhale, bring the right thigh towards you. So hug the right thigh, making sure that the left thigh is on the floor. The left leg is on the floor. And then bring the right hand on the left knee. Extend the left arm out. Inhale. On the exhale, now you bring the left leg over towards the right side. And again, you can use a pillow if you need. Gently lower, gently pressing the left knee down towards the floor. But now you need to use your effort basically to make sure that the left shoulder and back of the left ribs remain on the floor. And exhale, release. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side, rock backwards and forwards. Okay, and then inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna bring the forehead towards the knees towards the forehead. Exhale, release, and then roll back up. Come to sit up. Let's do another twist. Okay, so cross your leg, right shin in front of you, and then left hand on the right knee, right hand towards the base of the spine. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna twist from the hip. So left hip is moving towards the back. Every time you inhale, you lengthen. Then on the exhale, you twist. Drishti, the gaze, is towards the corners of the right eyes. Inhale, exhale, release. Swapping sides, left shin in front, left hand towards base of the spine, right hand on left knee. Inhale, and then on the exhale, twist. Pulling the right hip back, so make sure the hip doesn't follow, right hip back. Inhale and exhale, release. Interlace your fingers, place the fingers behind your head, and then very gently you can pull the chin in and then the head down. Now you can round the back. And then inhale, come back up. Hands by your side. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. As you exhale, pull the shoulder blades down and then in towards each other. Now imagine there's a pencil between your shoulder blades. You're squeezing. Okay, so hips don't really move. You're lifting. Lift the rib cage up, open up. So it's lifting up and open. Kind of like doing a back bend. Send the chest forward, your heart forward. You can drop the head back if you want. And then exhale, release. Okay, so sit in a comfortable position. Gently close your eyes. Just enjoying the last moments of the practice. During this very uncertain and funny times, it's normal to feel like you're out of control or anxious as well. It does help to take time out, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day, just to sit and breathe. Be grounded, literally. So sit on the floor or go for a walk, touch the earth, smell nature. And then tell yourself that it's okay, whatever you're feeling is okay, and that it will pass. Remember, one breath at a time, and one day at a time. Bring the palms together towards the center of the chest. Closing mantra. Svastyasta visvaya kala prasidatam Dhyayanta bhutani shivam mitodya Manaschabhadram bhajatot adoksache Avishyatam nor apirapyahaituki. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you for joining me today. And then now you can take Savasana. So you can lie on the mat, letting the legs fall out towards the corners of the mat, arms out. If you feel your lower back a bit tingly, you can keep the knees bent. Okay, otherwise, legs out. Gently turn the head from side to side. And find your center. Then open the eyes wide, open the mouth, stick your tongue out. And then close the eyes and close the mouth. Now normal control in the lower belly. So every time you inhale, the belly, especially the lower belly, fills with air and pushes up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, belly moves down towards the floor. Stay here for as long as you need. Thank you and see you next time.